Everybody, thanks for tuning in. So today I'm going to be talking about the beauty of the tree of life, which is the nervous system. I love it, and it's amazing. So there is wanting to talk about a beautiful analogy that just came to me, which is, I think this is also used and in wider circles. So the central nervous system, which can be thought of as the trunk of the body. I love this analogy so much. So the trunk of the body, and it leads into the flower, okay? So the trunk, which is the spinal column, it leads up into the brain, which is the flower, and that is just beautiful on so many levels. But yeah, so this flower is the central nervous system, this trunk and the flower. So you've got the peripheral nervous system, which is your branches which come out, which innervate things like your limbs, organs, and skin. So when you've got the spinal column, when the spinal column is out for whatever reason, from poor posture, for instance, you have like a limited innervation to all of those things that are governed by the peripheral nervous system. So that communication is then limited. So pretty much it's limited, and then all of the senses are then weakened, and it takes more energy for all of your signals to get out into the it's weakened for all the signals to get out into the peripheral nervous system. So more energy is required, and all of this thing called synaptic pruning, which happens a lot in the first 25 years of life, where all of the neurons are channeled to where we most use them to make it very specific to what our life will then need past that point, because traditionally our life path is governed and decided upon in the first 25 years of our lives. So if we want to create a synaptic pruning, we need to then be changing the way that we move in the peripheral nervous system. So it's just a result of changing the posture. By changing the movements will then create smoother flow throughout the body, and will then create involuntary perfect posture holding patterns, ideally, over time. So pretty much I wanted to talk a bit about that, and how, hey E-Man, thanks for hopping on. I'll give you a little wavy poo. Boop. Yeah, so the beauty of that, and that is an actual journey which you take time to change the posture, and the roll-on effect from having that good posture is sensory enhancement into your skin, through the nervous system enhancing your skin, and it enhances then your organs and all of your free radical damage and mutated cells which are being created in the body. Your brain can then see them and then be like, boom, boom, okay, let's get rid of all of this shit that's happening in the body, let's get really efficient, and let's get really healthy. So it knows it can communicate much better, much easier, with much more flow. Okay, so that's the peripheral nervous system. So in future videos I'll be talking about how to regulate the central nervous system through self-regulation methods, through different yogic methods and philosophies. But today there is something that I wanted to talk about with how to regulate the peripheral nervous system. So when you get up in the morning, a great way to break neurological posture patterns is just to dance and do really wide range of movements which you've not done before. Okay, so pretty much if you're thinking about the best way to break your posture patterns, is to do the opposite of what you do for the most amount of time in the day that you do it. So say you're sitting in a desk, so you want to just, obvious thing is to just go backwards. So you want to be dancing, moving your arms backwards, sinking your shoulder blades back and down, and moving your arms and including your shoulder blades in the movement of your arms. You're going to be breathing deeply, because you only breathe shallowly normally, and you're going to be moving yourself, breathing deeply back, breathing out forward. This is just an example, but you play around with it, and it's good if you have the foundations before you begin to help satisfy the mind, because it's obviously going to say, no, I don't want to fucking do this. Dancing, what a weird thing, but it's actually so good for your posture. So yeah, moving your legs, your hips are closed, so you want to be moving them in an open way, moving your legs back and such like that. So yeah, starting your day with that dancing routine will help to clean up that peripheral nervous system, start the rewiring process, and just get yourself in a really good, frame of mind and a really good emotional state for your day, and help a big roll-on effect in creating a beautiful day, because you start with that hormone release, positive dopamine release, and you put on like some beautiful music, and that'll help you with that. Cool. So thanks for tuning in today. Really was excited talking about this kind of nervous system rewiring, and yeah, it's like it really is the tree of life. Like, it's the electronic impulse and like the communication to your body, and your whole sensory perception is governed by your nervous system. So if you have a healthy nervous system, you're freaking got the foundation for a really positive and flowing mind, and you don't get that backing up in your brain where you can't communicate to your body and how to manifest what you want in your life. Like, if you don't have a healthy mind-body connection, how can you connect your mind-body to the reality? Because that's what it is. It's that thought, feeling, action. What? Who the fuck just said that? The thought, feeling, action into your life, and that's how you're going to create your life. So you have to have that flow, so you can go from this thought and, download, boom, 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 out. Okay, cool. So yeah, much love, homies. Take care, bros. Bye. Oh. Bye.